What is going on, everybody? Depraved Slasher here. We are back with actually, we're doing a tier list.
Well, we're still back.
We're back, but it's a little different. It's a little different. Now, we're actually... So, I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are...
HellaDepraved.
So, how we're going to do this, we're going to kind of rapid fire these. If you guys didn't know, this is a tier list based on horror franchises. And you can see there's a lot, right? There's crap ton. Crap ton. And we're just going to go in the order. We've got S, A, B, C, D, E, and F.
Right. We're going to get rid of E.
A, B, C, D, and F. E was weird.
Yeah, we're going by school grades. Yeah.
And then we have Depraved hasn't seen, Hellcat hasn't seen, and neither have seen.
Right.
And we're going to kind of bounce back and forth, picking.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Yeah, I figured that'd make it fun and interesting. And one day, later on in the future, we may do something like this again and make it into like a series for our horror channel.
Just a bit more in depth, yeah.
And be more in depth about it. But I figured this would just be a fun kind of thing to do since it's Spooktober,
Okay.
Shocktober, and we've not done something like this. So,
Okay.
well, we did it in the live Sunday, but that was slashers or horror characters.
It was the characters, yeah.
All right, so
With that being said,
I'm gonna start it off so that you can get Resident Evil. See how that works?
you love me. He
I
really
do.
loves me.
I do. All right, so we're gonna start off with The Exorcist. I'm gonna put it at C. Somebody somewhere is gonna
Cult
get
classic.
Super med.
C for cult classic.
C for cult classic. Understand this. I respect its classicness.
Right.
I don't find it spooky, scary, or really that interesting.
I would have put it at the same place. It's got some great lines that are...
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
I use "you're gonna need an old priest and a new priest" all the time. Like it has its place. I really respect the actors from it,
Right.
especially the one that played Regan. I forget her name because she was so young when she did it.
Right.
But again, I wouldn't have placed it any higher.
All right. The Thing.
It's been so long since I've seen it, and again, I respect the cult classicness of it, but I wouldn't watch it again. See?
See.
It was more goofy to me.
Now, you ready for the fun part of this?
What?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. All right. Again, it's just one of those older...
I just never got around to it.
It's just kind of goofy to me. And I do understand that part of that has to do with the time that it came out, and therefore, cult classic, just not my thing.
Right. So for me, I'm going to put this under F, regardless if you haven't seen it or not.
I have not seen it.
And I'm doing that because we don't do Christmas movies. No. I absolutely loathe horror movies based in a Christmas setting because it's always full of cheesy, let me kill you with Christmas items bullshit.
The only
and I
one
can't
that
stand Christmas as it is.
Gremlins.
Well,
we give exceptions.
There is one exception. I think it's on this list. So.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Resident Evil. I'm going to put under B for bad movies. No. I binge watch Resident Evil. I will openly admit it. It is a comfort classic for me. I realize because I have sat through many a playthrough, it has very little to do with the game series. But the first movie, at least, was good had it been named anything else. And the rest of them, yeah, they get worse as they go along. But again, it's one of those that guilty pleasure.
Right. Have you seen The Fly?
Yeah.
Okay.
With Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm actually going to put it at C. I do think it's a pretty decent movie.
I also get what they were trying, the message behind it.
Right. And I absolutely loved the practical special effects that they used. I thought they were done very well.
At the time, it's kind of gross, but yeah.
But it's one of those things that I don't feel personally that the movie has aged well. It's not that it's necessarily aged poorly either. I don't know. It was just never just a standout for me. I do think it's one everyone should see once, especially if you're a horror fan.
Honestly, I find it really cheesy. Again, like, I get its value.
And Jeff Goldblum plays himself.
I get that they did it. Yeah, exactly. If you've seen Jurassic Park, you've seen The Fly. I mean, like, look, it was a good movie before its time. Yeah. So, Candyman gets an A from me.
I am glad you put it at A, because that's where I was going to put it.
Oh, come on. Starring the one, the only.
Tony Todd.
He gets an S.
We haven't seen the new one yet.
Well, yeah, no, this is based on the original franchise. He gets an S from me, but the movie gets an A. Yeah. No.
Fantastic movie. I'm
looking forward to seeing the new one, though.
I have not seen Camp Blood.
Neither have I.
Hey, one that we neither have seen. Your choice.
The Howling I haven't seen.
I have.
What did you think?
It'd be like in between B and C.
Okay.
The Human Centipede. Have you seen this?
Unfortunately.
Okay. F.
It was just unnecessary, y'all.
Yeah, it's a very unnecessary fucking movie.
Whoever thought of that
dumb.
Was more depraved than the Marquis de
They're
Sade.
like, here, let's give you a gross factor.
Yeah,
like,
Marquis de Sade, except for it was just like even worse.
If I'm gonna go for gross, I'm gonna watch something that's like, oh, I don't know,
goopy, like The
Hostel.
Fly. Oh, the Hostel. That's torture porn. Not necessarily gross though. Like
Audition has its moments.
That's true. Okay. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
I know she's seen this, at least the first one.
Yeah, I mean,
I made her.
See, because again, it's a cult classic. It's just
Attack
it's
of
so
the Killer
cheesy.
Tomatoes. Actually, the cartoon was much more entertaining, but
well, they're still cheesy.
Well, yeah, they're spoof movies. They're supposed to be.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, like, that's not gonna get a A. Like, I'm not putting it on the same level as Candyman. All right.
Have you seen Boogeyman?
I don't think so.
Okay. I've seen it. It's not bad. It's actually, it's got some good moments. The ending kind of pissed me off.
What would you put it under?
I probably would have put it at C.
That would be one of the ones that, because it has such a generic name.
You stayed away from it?
No. Like, I'd have to, like, see the synopsis with the characters to, like, jog my memory if I have or have not seen it. Friday the 13th as a franchise gets an A from me.
Okay.
I mean, it's one of the original slashers, you know? So, while I may not approve of all of the stuff the franchise has done, the first couple, definitely.
8 is an S alone for me. Now, okay, understand this. 8 is probably my favorite outside of the remake. But literally not because it's a good movie.
No.
At all.
No.
I can 100% admit it is a terrible fucking movie. But it's got this charm to it, and a lot of it might even be nostalgia.
That's true.
But even then, the nostalgia holds up for me. I can watch 8 at any fucking time.
That's the thing. I think anybody who enjoys horror movies and slashers can pick a Friday the 13th that is their favorite. That is, you can rewatch it at any time. You know.
I mean, when Jason punches dude's head off, it is one of the funniest fucking scenes.
Look, I cackle laugh, and it doesn't matter which one it is because there are several with the sleeping bag scenes. Every single time. Or, I mean, sorry, Friday the 13th.
Right. Have you seen Lake Placid?
Once.
Cool. Put it in D.
It's not great.
Here's my reason. And if there's any more movies like this on this list, it will probably also, if I'm ranking it, go under D. I don't like movies that are like, let's take an animal and make it really big, and that's the horror movie. It's
well, okay,
cheesy
look,
to me
some
and
of
boring.
them are good movies, but not horror movies to me. And honestly, I mean, I would have put it in the same place. Honestly, my biggest problem is the human reaction is always the fucking same. We're always like, let's poke it with a big stick. Let's shoot it. Let's piss it off.
Right.
I mean, like, why? Because humans suck. That's why.
I can actually do this one for you. I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. I've seen it once.
I haven't seen Scanners either. Have you seen Scanners?
I haven't seen Scanners.
Cool.
Oh.
Evil Dead.
People are gonna hate me. Gets an F. What?
I think we should put it in D.
Okay.
Here's why.
I'll give it a
We
D.
actually-
It's a cult classic.
We
I
actually like the remake. And it is a part of the
Okay,
franchise.
all right. Technicalities. I also like the Necronomicon idea. I mean, like, there are points to it. And I do realize, guys, that it was done on a shoestring budget. That it was just this
actually
like,
gonna go ahead
I get that all.
Take my mask off, because I'm thirsty.
It's hurting the bridge of your nose.
Not really, I'm just thirsty.
I get all of that. I just... The cheese factor. Yeah, the remake was actually pretty good.
So here's my problem with it. And this is going to actually garner some hate. And I'm ready for it. I don't like Bruce Campbell. As an actor. As a person, he's an amazing person.
He's very campy. Like, overplayed. And I get that that's how it's supposed to be. Don't come at me for that. Because, like, I get it.
And I will admit his legendary status within horror.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Easily.
He's very beloved.
And honestly, like you said, he's a great human being. And I get that he overacts on purpose. That's the character. I just don't appreciate it.
Right.
In my movie.
I haven't seen Terror Tunes.
Neither have I.
Okay.
That sounds actually kind of interesting.
Fun.
It's
I
got
kinda
the
wanna see it.
eyeballs like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And now I kind of want to see it. Yeah.
Scary movie, baby.
The first one was decent. They've gone downhill. Up. See? Like, again...
I like the first couple.
Yeah, like, the first one was great.
Did you say C or D?
C.
Oh.
Because, again, they're not horrible.
Take my
I
strong
get that they're parodies, and they just...
The parody worse than after
Yeah.
a couple movies.
Yeah. Woohoo! Wishmaster.
Wishmaster. I'm gonna put in B.
Okay.
I have it between B and A. Like, I want to give it its own thing. I won't because our list is already long enough.
Yeah, I would have said B. C.
I actually absolutely love every single Wishmaster movie. For different reasons. Like, the first movie, I think the way she beats the Wishmaster is goddamn ingenious, and whoever wrote that ending
Actually is.
should be fucking
given a raise.
praised.
Right.
But I think the kills in the second and third one are more fun and crazy.
Okay.
And that's really what, I mean, let's face it, that's what we watch the Wishmaster movies for. We're there for the plot. We're not there for a good story.
Some of the twists are
or
fun.
great acting. Like, I'm telling you now, I have yet to laugh as hard in a horror movie as when the dude said, I wish my lawyer would go and fuck himself.
Oh, yeah.
And then he gets called in.
And he's like...
And I'm pretty sure this is Wishmaster 2. It was either 2
possible.
or 3.
2.
I think it was 2. And he gets called in to meet with his lawyer. His lawyer's like, I can get you off. I've got everything I need. And he,
Oh.
Right.
Right.
And his legs turn around and bend him over the table. And I'm telling you what, dude, that is one of the funniest fucking... Oh, I love it.
That was actually a very good scene. Lost Boys, I B. And I would have given it like a BA.
Bah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jezebel.
That's a damn good movie.
I love Lost Boys. It's actually one of my top 3 to 5 favorite vampire movies.
Which, but...
It's actually high praise for me because I don't like vampire movies.
I want to give it an A, but then it's still got that kind of like... I comparing it to Candyman and everything, it's got a campiness to it that just puts it at a B for me.
All right.
You haven't seen Ginger Snaps, have you?
You took my thunder.
Aw. It's actually pretty good.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. I haven't seen Peace.
Neither have
I spit on your grave.
I am going to put these a B. I am judging them solely based off the 3 newer ones and not the original.
I've seen all 4.
I do think the snuggle struggle scene in the first one is drawn on a little too long.
You're lucky you didn't see the original.
But
Man,
the way she
they
gets,
did shit
the way the females get their
different in the
revenge
70s.
in these movies,
Yeah. Okay. So.
like I love, especially in like the original remake, right, for the first one. The way she killed everyone related to how they
Yeah. That's
were involved.
exactly.
I was like, this is fucking
I was
fantastic.
sad that is not the and it actually happened in the second one too, pretty much. But the third one.
And the second one was so fucked up because she gets away. And you actually, like, you've been watching the movie long enough, you're like, oh, the movie's almost over. Nope.
Nope. Right back. So I had seen the original. And the struggle snuggle in that one, because it was a 70s flick, was intense. Way different than the remake. So I almost completely wrote them off. Because I was like, I just don't know if I can. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. The second half of the original is fucking fantastic. And it's actually different kills than the remake went with.
Right.
But again, they are like perfect revenge for what that person inflicted on her. But the first part of it, man. So when I heard that there was actually a trilogy that was all newer, I was like, okay, they're free. I'll try it. And actually, they're a little bit more tame.
Right.
But same premise. I haven't seen Phantasm.
That's sad. That saddens me. We gotta remedy that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We knew that was gonna happen.
Look, I'm glad it landed on me because she'd have put it in A, and my heart would have fallen out my butthole. My favorite movie of all time is Dream Warriors. I love every Nightmare movie for different reasons.
I mean, again, they're all good. Alien's gonna go at an A.
Damn it.
He doesn't like them, but they're still fantastic.
Say so.
You don't like sci-fi, so it's just like the genre you don't like.
Whoa.
But the
I
actual,
like sci-fi.
Oh, you don't like sci-fi horror.
I like sci-fi. I like horror. I do not like sci-fi horror because it's always we're on a small ship.
Right.
That's the dread. We're claustrophobic and shut in here with something that's trying to kill us. It's like every fucking sci-fi horror movie ever.
Ripley's amazing. So anyway.
Oh no, her character is fantastic. Yeah. That is the only saving grace in that fucking movie.
All right.
I've never seen Beware of the Blob.
Neither have I.
Okay.
So The Omen goes at a B for me. Like and I've seen both the original and the remake. It doesn't really do much for me, but I completely understand the premise, and they were well constructed, well acted movies. It's just not really horror to me.
Fuck, have you seen Critters?
I have, but
Okay.
It's been a long time.
I'm gonna say Critters was a C. It was okay.
It was decent.
A little weird. It's sure.
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Cloverfield.
Oh, Cloverfield. I'm glad I got you.
F.
You spend the whole movie going, what the fuck's going on? What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
And then you don't really even find out what the fuck's going on until like the last 5 seconds of the movie.
And you're like 5
and
seconds.
And it's a quick snip of what's going on. And then it's over. And it's like, nope, don't care.
Right. Children of the Corn. D.
Sad. Sad boy. Only because a lot of it was filmed here in Indy.
I don't care. It's corn. And more corn.
There's not much more than corn in Indiana.
Don't care.
Creep Show. I am going to put at a B.
Yeah.
It may go up, it may go down at some point. We're actually in the process of kind of watching through the
first
Shudder
season
series.
Again.
I've seen the first season. She hasn't.
I've seen parts of it, yeah.
And obviously, I've seen the 2 movies, and I don't know if there was a third one. If there was, I've never seen that. I love the anthology genre.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Tales from the Crypt, Creep
Exactly.
Show.
Yeah. We just did Tales from the Morgue.
We watched a movie called Tales from the Morgue.
That's actually, it's okay.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Right, that's fantastic.
Goosebumps. Monsters.
Okay.
Which is a weird one.
I know what you did last summer.
I don't like that the guy never gets love in like the slasher genre. You always see lists of like slasher killers, and the dude in the raincoat is never on it.
That's true. Look, I give it a B. The first one was fantastic, if a little tropey. But it had great actors, actresses in it. Was well done. Second one was decent. I haven't seen anything past that, but I'd still give it a B.
Okay. I've never seen The Brotherhood. Have you seen it? ABC's of Death, baby.
I'd be.
I actually thoroughly enjoy it. It's almost its own little anthology thing.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun.
They're really short. But,
they're super short.
It's fine.
The Japanese people that did F and got fart, or did fart and got
right.
F and then did fart, is still to this day one of the weirdest horror things I've ever seen in my life.
Right. But that's pretty normal for them. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
No.
Hostel.
You're gonna kill me, aren't you?
No, I'm actually put it C.
Okay.
It actually would fall in between a B and C for me.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
They're not bad movies. I think the plot's the same in all of them.
Yeah,
really.
The plot's a little. I mean, so I would say the plot's thin, except for it's not, because it is.
It's like, hey, look, we're dumb Americans in a country we don't understand. Let's get captured and try and escape.
Well, let's be.
All because these hot chicks
right.
slipped us roofies.
Right. I mean, it is what it is. Blade gets a B. I love the Blade series.
That would have gotten a C for me as well. They're
Really?
not bad. I like the first couple. Trinity can go to hell.
Although Ryan Reynolds is the saving grace of that. Like, granted, it's probably not the best type of movie
Triple
for
H
him to be in,
it.
but he's just hilarious. That's true. That's true. I'll give him that. But Wesley Snipes, come on now.
I have never seen Shake, Rattle, and Roll.
Neither have I.
Night of the Demons.
I haven't seen it.
I have not either.
Oh. No.
That's not where I put you. Amityville Horror. Yay! I'm actually going to put it a B.
Okay. Fair enough.
Now,
Both.
I was going to say, now the difference between her and I actually love the Amityville Horror movies. I love the series. The original was one of my favorite movies growing up.
Yeah, I could care less.
Now, I absolutely, thoroughly loved the remake. I loved the backstory that they added into it. I loved having the thing in the basement.
Right.
Where people were sacrificed.
I really liked that.
And
I liked that backstory for sure.
And I actually thought Ryan Reynolds did a really good job of portraying the descent into madness.
Me too.
A lot of people say he didn't, but I think he really did.
I liked the remake more than I liked the original.
Well, I could say that for almost most remakes I've seen. Somebody's going to shit on me for that too. But, yeah.
I like the backstory, but I agree. I didn't like the original much.
Cabin Fever.
See?
Oh.
I'm picky about certain things, and like other things I'm just not. Like, you can tell I have bad taste because of where I put Resident Evil and Blade. But
right.
On the flip side, like, I don't know. Some of these that are cult classics, people are going to be like, you didn't have that in an S? No.
Have you seen Evil Bong?
No, I'm not a stoner.
One day we'll have to watch it. It's actually got Cheech Marin in it.
Oh, okay. I like Cheech. I like Cheech. I'll give him...
It's definitely dumb.
Well, yeah, you can kind of expect that.
I think it's got. I think that's one that has Cheech in it.
My anaconda don't. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
The I just didn't.
Agreed. Ooh, giant snake.
Yeah, I mean, just again, leave it alone. Quit poking shit with a stick. You'll be fine.
Hey.
That's yeah.
I love Final Destination as a series.
Right.
I love every single movie. Do I think some are better than others?
Yes.
Definitely.
But I'll agree
But
that having recently seen all of them.
I will tell you what, watching them all in a row like we did, and watching them progress, and then loop
circle
all the
back,
way back
was
around.
Fucking fantastic.
I remember the first time I watched the very last Final Destination movie, and they did the whole looping it back around, and they were the ones that were on Flight 180.
Right.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
No,
And,
that's one of those that you, just like the Saw ones, that you gotta watch consecutively, like within a short period of time.
Right.
I haven't seen Fright Night that I know of.
That's one I've seen. It's actually pretty good. You've seen From Dusk Till Dawn, right?
Yeah.
Hey.
That's a good place for it. I don't think I've seen Ghoulies.
You haven't seen Ghoulies either?
I don't think so.
Tisk. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Halloween. I'm gonna put it S as well. Here's the thing. And this is just me being honest. I actually did not get into Halloween as a franchise until Rob Zombie's Halloween came out. Now, 100% Rob Zombie's second Halloween movie is dumb as hell.
Right.
To me.
That's, yeah.
I know there's a few people out there that like it.
I enjoyed the movie overall, but it's still dumb.
His first one, though, is still to this day my
his
favorite
first one was fantastic.
Halloween movie.
So would you have put Candyman and Friday the 13th at S?
I would have put Friday the 13th at S.
Okay.
Personally. But I wasn't going to argue with A either. Candyman I would have put at A.
Okay. Alright.
But yeah, Halloween, it was again, I watched I remember growing up, I actually hated both Halloween and Friday the 13th. I was a pure Nightmare fan.
Oh. Purist, huh?
Elitist. Well, my problem with Halloween and Friday the 13th is they didn't say shit.
Right.
You're growing up with your favorite killer stalking people and talking shit.
Right, the
which
whole
I think
time.
is way more maniacal, by the way.
Especially when all that he has to say is like sarcastic
Right.
humor. Yeah.
And then you just got these people that are like...
Until Kane came along, and then it's like a lot of shoulder, like he's good. Okay.
But yeah, so...
Tremors is... D. Nah.
I'm going to hurt your soul. Put it at C.
I figured that's where you were going to put it. I honestly would have put it at B minus. You know,
so even to this day, I still don't know what the first movie's about.
Addiction.
Sure.
That's what the series is about.
Oh, it's weird.
Being in the constant torture.
I love Pinhead as a character. Chatterbox is still my favorite.
Right. I enjoy them, obviously, but
and I can watch them. Basically, everything from C up, I have no problem watching. At any time. Mm-hmm. Honestly.
No, because we've got a couple in C that I wouldn't, but we've got others in C that I would. So.
Those have eyes, baby.
Oh, that's a B. That's a good one.
I think they're a lot better than what people think.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Wes Craven, especially in the remakes, was doing them at a time where people no longer were no longer getting terrified at the things they saw on screen.
Exactly.
You get numbed to the gore,
the
jump scares, all that stuff, and you're supposed to feel uneasy watching horror movies. And he was like,
"Gotta make you uneasy.
I can make you uneasy," and he did.
Yeah.
There's times in that movie where I'm like, "Oh, no,"
Right.
And it worked. Child's Play, I have got to put at A.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, Insidious. That gets an A.
Yeah.
That gets an A. Again, it's one of those that like.
And I actually think they're all good.
If you're going for what you go for horror, it makes you uncomfortable. You go for good actors and you go for actually incredible cinematography, gets an A.
All right.
Nah, nah. D.
F.
I was gonna say D.
No.
Just the only reason I'd give it a D is, again, it's cult standing
I
and
don't
why.
give a
Yeah.
fuck. I will tell.
I'm gonna need a bigger boat.
Dude, I watched this as a kid and still thought it was dumb.
Me too. Me too.
Like, Texas Chainsaw scared the shit out of me, and then nothing else did. And at that point, it just became about the kills, and Jaws is just so fucking boring.
It's boring.
And I remember I even went back and watched it within the last 3 months because we were doing the rankings
Oh, it was still boring.
on...
And we stayed awake for the whole thing, and
Ice
it
Nine
still
songs.
sucked. It still sucked.
And no, there's nothing entertaining about it.
No.
Can't do it.
Other than its stupidity. Jeepers Creepers, B? Like, I want to put it between a B and a C, but I really love it, so it gets a B for me. It's not brain science. Like, it's one of the stupider ones, but on the other hand, like, it's got that fantastic song, like, the story of him being a serial killer, like, off the freeway. It's fun. It's fun. That's what it is.
I'd have put it at a D.
Yeah?
It actually would be an F, were it not for the fact that Justin Long's in it.
You hate it that much?
Yeah.
Huh.
I need to eat a piece of people's bodies to maintain my shape.
Oh, come on
It
now.
was dumb. That
Like, I love the basement, though, where he's got them all. That was fun.
the director's a chomo.
And Justin Long is an amazing actor.
Yeah, I love Justin Long.
Yeah.
Joyride. I'm going. Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. D. It's kind of boring.
No. Juon gets an A.
Yeah. Although I wish it was actually titled Ring.
Well, but I mean, like, both of them, Juon,
I don't know
And The Ring.
if the Ring's actually on this list though.
get an A.
Yeah, it is. Okay. My
Okay.
turn.
Wrong turn.
Wrong turn. I'll throw it a C.
So, yeah, it's a decent.
It's not bad. I can
Yeah.
watch them.
I haven't seen Reanimator.
Oh, we gotta fix that. It's another one of those dumb campy horror movies from the 80s.
Which means I'll hate it.
Probably.
There we go.
Our list is so fucking weird.
Lopsided.
Creature from the Black Lagoon. Have you seen that? The original? Alright. I'm gonna put it at D. Again, it's just one of those movies I feel like, at least for me, hasn't aged well.
Oh, no, I agree. So, The Ring.
Hey.
Yeah. Like I said, it and the original.
Oh, they're
Ace.
gonna make this hard.
Yeah, they are.
Alright, so we have to do it like this. Throw it in C.
Pop up here.
And
now
then throw
it
it in
moves
A.
up. Okay. All right. Right next to each other, where they belong.
Yes.
Although they are
The
two kind of different.
Return of the Living Dead. C.
Okay.
I'm just not a big zombie fan.
Yeah, me neither.
I will say amongst the zombie movies, it's decent.
Yeah.
I just, yeah.
I haven't seen Cold Prey.
Neither have I.
At least I don't think I have.
Have you seen Basket Case?
No.
Fuck!
Have I?
No, well, you probably slept. I had it on the other night, actually. That's what I went to bed to. I was trying to go to bed to.
Oh, no, I've seen that before. Like, before last night.
Oh, have you?
I just don't care about it.
Oh, that's sad. I like it. It's a C for me.
I haven't seen The Gingerbread Man.
Ginger Dead Man.
I don't care. Anything that sounds Christmassy, fuck it.
Carrie! B.
Okay, I can see that.
They got it as a series. What was there, like 3 in the original run, I think, maybe 4.
I've only seen like the first 2.
I've seen
and
the
then
first 2 in the remake, and then like the first one and the remake were pretty much the same movie.
Right,
Almost
except
shot for shot.
Right. Although I think both actresses did an amazing job, and yeah, I like
I do
Carrie.
too.
I really like it. I don't really care about Pumpkinhead particularly.
It saddens me. Where are you going to
Let's
put it?
see. I mean, again, it's
Ouija.
just, you know,
Have you seen Ouija?
I have.
I have not.
Oh. It's actually a decent one.
I wanted to.
It like, as long as you don't, because they made so many spoofs on it, as long as you don't accidentally click one of the ones that is not the one that came out in theaters,
Right.
it's actually decent. Like, it has a decent story to it. I never watched it. Because, again, it's going to be humans fucking with shit that they shouldn't. Leave the animals alone.
Have you seen Bunny Man?
No.
Okay.
No.
Killjoy? Have you seen it?
No.
We'll have to fix that sometime.
Okay.
The first one's terrible.
Then why are we fixing it?
It gets better.
It better get damn good. Maniac Cop.
I know you haven't seen this, and I want you to. I love Maniac Cop.
Oh, okay.
That's my turn. Have you seen Prom Night?
I have.
Okay. Somebody shoot me. I don't care. It's okay.
I would have put it at a D, but you know, you're nice.
It's okay.
Night of the Living Dead. See, again, I'm doing it for cult classic status. I don't really care about zombies, but as far as zombies go, it's a pretty good one. One missed call.
Yep. Right here.
Yeah.
I don't like either of them.
The premise behind it at the time, like, I get it, and it could have been done well. It just wasn't.
Okay.
I get the scariness behind it. It's just, you know.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, we're going to have to
All right.
break this up.
Is it my turn?
No, you just did Prom Night. Or you
One
just...
missed call. Paranormal Activity.
I hate it.
Awesome.
I hate it.
Slumber Party Massacre.
D.
That's me. C.
Okay. It's not terrible. It's just not great.
Poltergeist.
C?
C. Okay. I have not seen Cube.
I have.
I know.
Unfortunately.
Subspecies.
I have not seen.
I've seen it.
Oh, The Purge.
The Purge.
That's really
Ha! Ha! Don't worry, it's not staying at C.
That's actually.
Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no.
Yeah.
This is going up here with the A's.
Yeah,
I fucking love that series, and sometimes wish we actually had The Purge.
I know.
Psycho.
Psycho gets a B.
Psycho gets a B.
So it's a damn good movie. It's just like it has never been fantastic. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I love Hitchcock. Puppet Master. Moving up. Moving on up.
I'm actually putting it today.
Oh, okay. All right. Probably would have put B.
My favorite Dark Moon movie / series ever.
Okay.
It's actually the same people make Evil Bong and Demonic Toys. I love the Puppet Master.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like the Puppet Master.
I
a lot.
actually own the entire series, and there's a reason for that, except for the newer ones, like the new last couple that just came out
Oh,
recently.
okay. I haven't seen this.
That's sad. But it makes
Or
sense.
I haven't. I don't remember.
It actually makes sense that you haven't seen it.
Oh, why?
It's found footage type stuff.
Oh, no, that's, yeah.
Well, not quite.
I get
It's kind of
terribly motion sick, too.
it's it's kind of a mix.
Saw goes A for me.
Fuck, I'm putting it in S.
Sweet, okay.
It's,
I definitely would have had it SA somewhere in there.
Watching them the first time through,
That whole
every
arc.
single ending.
Well, I mean, like, so I had seen them more as they
gonna
came
smoke, by the
out
way.
kind of thing.
Just so you know, we're smoking during this video so we can finish it.
And so I hadn't really, like, I liked them, but again, I thought it was more torture porn. Hadn't really, like, connected them, and hadn't seen the last couple, actually.
We haven't seen Spiral yet.
And then he was like, no, there's actually an arc over all of them. And so I went back and watched everyone but Spiral. and pretty quickly. Damn fantastic. Like, I had no idea.
Hey, you got Scream. That's probably a good thing.
It still gets a C from me. And I definitely have nostalgia connected to it. I love the first movie, guys. Like, the first movie did a really good job with its meta status, how it wanted to... like, I haven't seen... Yeah. What was the one that you...
The Sharknado.
Oh, Jesus.
Silence of the Lambs is yours, though.
Ooh. That gets an A.
Good choice.
I've read all of the books. I have watched all of the movies.
We're including Hannibal and Red Dragon and everything in with that.
That's fucking fantastic.
Ha ha!
Sleep away.
This is totally going up to B.
All right.
You haven't seen past the first one.
No, I haven't.
Which saddens me. But I love the absolute ridiculous twist ending at the end of it.
Okay. Texas Chainsaw gets an A. I actually like most of them. And I don't mean to say, like, I don't like any of them. Like, I really like most of them.
Okay.
Including the remakes, guys. So, suck it. Oh, jeez.
Blair Witch is going into D.
Only because the second one redeems it slightly.
Yes. I do not like the first Blair Witch, which is going to be the opposite of most people. Most people hated the second one. I really liked the second one.
Died during the first one, and it had nothing to do with frights or anything. I was so motion sick, it wasn't even funny, and it wasn't even worth it.
Yeah, we don't really do found footage here, guys. We don't find them
well,
entertaining.
and it was stupid, and the second one was really good.
You will see one exception coming soon. Predator.
Damn it, I don't get to judge The Woman in Black. It's probably good that I'm judging Predator, because that goes in the A category.
I would have put it in the A category.
You like... I know you like Predator if you're going to go off of any sort of sci-fi horror. But I would have assumed you would put it in B.
No, I'd have put it in A. Because, yes, technically it's sci-fi horror, but it doesn't take place on a ship.
Well, at least...
They're on other planets.
That's true. You have a point. Okay. You have a point.
I've never seen Woman in Black.
Oh, you need to see it.
Have I seen Woman in Black?
With,
oh, no, that's the movie
Daniel
with
Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe, isn't it?
It was really good.
I'm going to put it at C.
Oh, it was really good.
Only reason being, it took me 2 times to watch it, because the first time I fell asleep. I would like to judge it again later, after I... That's what I was trying to avoid.
Yeah.
Lay your little ass back down.
I would have put it at least a B. It was a really good gothic. So it's a little bit of a slow burn at the beginning, but not like horribly. And really, Daniel Radcliffe is an amazing actor. But I love it. I love the gothic eeriness of it.
But I'm hoping the second one would kind of push it up a little bit for me. All right.
I haven't seen Troll.
You haven't seen Troll? I've seen Troll. Troll's a good one. Urban Legend. I'm going to keep it at C.
Yeah, probably.
It's in between a C and B for me. Because I do enjoy all three. And I love the whole play on killing people based off of urban legends.
Right. Yeah. No, that was good.
And Robert Englund's in it. And I think everything he does is fantastic. But yeah.
Underworld gets a B. It's another of my guilty pleasures. I love it.
It's a good thing she ranked that one.
I love Kate, the actress. Just, yeah. He doesn't like vampire movies, guys, so.
Hatchet. I'm putting it C. Here's why.
We love Kane, but...
I love Kane Hodder. And I actually like a lot of the kills.
Oh, a lot of the kills are fucking fantastic.
In it. But the acting is so bad as a whole, it pulls me out of it.
And but it was almost meant to be that way because,
right.
Like, we know that the actors and actresses in it are actually really good. Or at least, more decent than that. It gets S from me.
Ooh.
Both the original and the remake.
Okay.
I mean, Tim Curry come on now. But then, what's his name? Did an amazing job.
I was say I won't complain about it being an S. I would have put it at an A.
Right.
But, and the only reason being,
I don't get, like...
I have a hard time watching the first one now.
Oh.
The original, made for TV.
Because so much is taken out.
Because so much is taken out. Like, after I read the book, it was one of those I loved as a kid, one of my favorite movies.
Right.
It and Nightmare on Elm Street 3, every time we went to the video store, were the two movies I always rented.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden I read the book, and I was like, this movie
I'll
sucks.
openly admit, I have always had that problem with it because I read the book first. And the book itself was one of the only books that has ever terrified me. Because as a kid, I did not do well with anything masked. And I don't mean like ran in abject terror. I just mean I didn't want anything to do with it. Not scared, just didn't want. So clowns were out, Santa Claus was out, Easter Bunny was out, just not a thing. But I read it in one night under the covers because it was terrifying, you know. And then I saw that first movie, and the acting's fantastic. Tim Curry is fantastic. The problem is it's not the book.
I put Leprechaun at B. We actually went through and watched the entire series not long ago. I thoroughly enjoy 1 through Back to the Hood.
Right. They're ridiculously
Leprechauns in Space Can Go to Hell.
And the remake isn't Leprechaun.
The remake, it's not bad. It's not a bad movie, but it's not a Leprechaun movie.
Yeah.
I don't understand what they were really trying to do there.
Yeah, it was weird animation. I haven't seen VHS.
So, I was telling you guys this earlier. VHS is literally the one exception for me in found footage. And it would have been all 3. I actually would have put this at either an S or an A for me.
Huh, okay.
I despise found footage, but they did something. And I think it's because it's set up in the anthology
kind of way. Haven't seen it.
And I think the stories are really good in it.
I avoid getting sick. I just do. Conjuring. Moving on up.
Hey.
Yeah. All of them have been really good. The acting is...
Not all of them. There's a universe to be had here.
Well, yeah.
And Annabelle is terrible.
That's true. Although Annabelle comes home...
The Nun is okay.
The Nun's a little bit better than okay for me. It's not fantastic, but...
Now, I will say, though, I actually really liked La Llorona.
Whatever
the fuck they call it.
Like a Y.
I know it gets shit on.
No, it was really good.
By fans of the Conjuring movies.
No.
But I loved that one. Probably almost as much as the actual Conjuring itself.
It was a fantastic movie.
I'm glad you're getting this.
See. Again, I enjoy it as a guilty pleasure type thing, but it's not a good movie. Neither of them are good movies.
I am pretty sure this is The Grudge.
Which are really good.
And I'm going to put it at B.
Okay.
I don't think it's as good as The Ring.
It's not.
But I do...
They're good, though.
I do enjoy... Now, this is the Japanese one. And the Japanese one's pretty decent. I also enjoy the Americanized ones.
Right.
Especially when they finally kill off Sarah Michelle Gellar. Even though I do like her as an actress. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah, no, but...
But I love when they kill off, like, mainstays.
They have to keep it interesting. Spice it up a bit.
Alright, scroll down. We're getting there, guys. We're actually, we are really getting there. Okay, Silent Hill.
B.
B.
I really like them.
They're
but again, you know, they're not, it hurts me to put it at a B, but it doesn't deserve an A.
Alright.
Gremlins. The only Christmas movie worth watching.
The only Christmas horror movie we enjoy, and I'm putting it in A.
Honestly, one of the only Christmas movies.
Oh, I've got a small handful of Christmas movies. Grinch, Scrooged, Nightmare Before Christmas.
I would give The Grinch, Nightmare Before Christmas, and Gremlins. I don't think there's anything else that I really...
You like Scrooged? With Bill Murray? I think it's funny. Alright. House on the Hill, baby.
B. I think that's a good place for it.
B?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd probably put it at C myself.
That was my debate.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I haven't actually seen it.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Hey.
I haven't seen it.
I've seen it. It's now, as for Christmas movies, they're not bad,
I don't care.
but it's still dumb.
Jurassic Park, really? It's a horror movie?
It is considered a horror movie.
Alright.
My son would kill me. I'm putting it in C. My son loved the movies. I did not. I bought them for him.
I actually like them. Yeah, I mean, for what they're worth. I still B or C.
Piranha.
I haven't seen it.
Thanksgiving. Have you seen Thanksgiving?
No.
It's such a dumb
I
movie.
avoided it. I saw a turkey with a knife and was like... C.
It's a good place. My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah.
The Descent. We were actually just talking
It's
about this
decent.
today. I'm gonna put this at a C as well. Do you see
Shark.
why I said decent?
Yeah, no.
To
I
them,
got it when
no.
you even told me. Shark to put... Oh, no. I haven't seen it. Why?
I've seen it.
The Mummy is a fucking horror movie? Okay, which Mummy are we talking about, though?
It's the series.
But they're completely different. Like, if we're talking about the one with...
Well, these are considered franchises. So I would
I
consider...
know.
I'm pretty sure they're talking about the one with...
Brendan Fraser?
Brendan Fraser. Which is totally getting a D from me.
Party pooper. I would have given it a C.
I like the new Mummy way better.
Yeah, so the new Mummy I could have considered a horror movie. The rest of the Brendan Fraser trilogy is comedy.
Happy Death Day.
Haven't seen it.
What?
I haven't seen it.
I thought we watched it together.
Did we? Which one is it?
That's the one where she dies and then comes back to life and she relives her death every single day.
Haven't seen it.
What?
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
I haven't seen it. A.
This is-
B.
Oh,
I'm gonna give it a B. Was that an awe?
yeah.
What, you think it's an A?
I love the Sinister movies.
That's the author, right? Because that's Insidious.
No, so
Which one's Sinister?
Sinister is the one where he watches the tape in the attic and he finds out the past of the guy that...
Yeah, that's the author. Sinister. Okay, A.
A?
Yeah. That's the one with the author and the kids, right? Yeah. Okay.
I love Sinister.
Yeah.
It actually, if I remember correctly, came out right around the same time Insidious did. 'Cause
Well,
I
and
remember
that's
both
why
of them-
I have a hard time remembering which one's which.
And I remember both of them hitting at the same time and loving them both.
No, they were both good. Like, I got Insidious, too. And
Have you seen Strangers?
sounds familiar. And the typing is familiar.
It's about the people in, like, the potato sacks that show up to somebody's house and then they...
Yeah, I've seen it.
Awesome. You're going to completely disagree with this, but it's going up to A for me.
Oh. Yeah, I do.
I absolutely love the Stranger movies. For one reason and one reason only. They
What?
win.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay.
People don't do that in horror movies.
It still would get a C from me. No.
Haven't seen it?
No.
Okay. I've seen it. Oh, Pet Cemetery.
Church.
I hate that I got to do this to you.
That's not a good movie.
I got to put you a B.
Really?
Yes.
You hate that you had to do that?
Yes.
I would have put it at C.
Here's why.
It's a good book.
I absolutely love Stephen King.
Right.
I actually thoroughly enjoy most of the movies based off his stuff, even if he doesn't. I typically seem to like them. Except for The Dome. They fucked that TV show up. Now,
That's also true.
here's the thing. I actually thought the original 2 Pet Cemeteries were pretty good.
Right.
And honestly, the first movie, although it is not the book, it's not like they butchered it either.
Right. Like they did The Shining.
Right. The remake, I despise. It is
I
one of the
haven't seen the remake.
few times I can say I don't like the remake near as much
I
as
haven't
the original.
seen the remake at all. Because it wasn't the book.
But the kid they got to play Gage was so adorable.
I mean, see, here's the thing, is like, for the most part, Stephen King's get butchered. Like, Misery didn't. Misery was fantastic. Carrie was really good. The Shining miniseries, not the Kubrick film.
Tommy
Fantastic.
Knockers.
Eh,
I like Children of the Corn.
I know. Ghostbusters is comedy. That's not a horror movie.
Yeah, you know what?
That's just not even...
Here's the thing. There's an asterisk with this. Ghostbusters is a D. And I'm doing that because it's not horror.
Yeah.
Okay? I love Ghostbusters.
It's a good movie.
If
It's
this was
just
a
not
comedy
horror.
list, this would be an A for me. But this
I'd
is
agree with that. Easily.
not
It's not.
a horror movie. Blow me.
AVP.
Is mine?
I know.
Was it mine? Actually, I think it's yours.
Oh, okay. Then, probably a B.
B?
Yeah. I mean, I love them. I love them. I will rewatch the first one over and over and over.
And here's a funny thing. I actually really like AVP.
Yeah.
Because they're not on a fucking spaceship.
Right, but again, I wouldn't have put them...
And by the way,
higher.
so let me tell you this. I absolutely love the second AVP way more than the first one. I also absolutely love the scene where they're going through the hospital and all the pregnant ladies pop up with...
Oh, yeah.
Like triplets of fucking things and shit.
Right.
Because it's fucked up.
Predator.
I admit it's fucked up and a lot of people pissed a lot of people off because it made a lot of people not happy. But I love fucked up things like that. I need more of it.
I like the first one more, but that's just because I love the whole pyramid, ancient culture tie-in. I think that was amazing.
Haunted House, let's see.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not good. Just kind of in the middle. Raz?
I haven't seen.
Neither have I. Have you seen 47 Meters Down?
No.
Neither have I. Have you seen Unfriended?
No.
Neither have I. I hear it's not bad, though. Have you seen Frankenstein?
Yeah. Who's ranking it?
I think it's you. Actually, it's me.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it C.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't put it any higher.
I'm not going to put it any higher. I won't put it any lower. It's...
Goosebumps gets an A.
Why has Tales from the Crypt not been on the list?
I don't know.
Oh, shit, where'd it go?
I love R.L. Stein.
Where the fuck did it go?
It's over by Frankenstein. I mean...
You said A, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's too many movies! Alright. Mine's The Dentist.
I haven't seen it.
Damn it!
I have. No, I've seen it.
Have you?
I take it back.
Okay. I'm going to put it at B.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I would have said C.
These movies are part of the reason dentists scare me. Part of.
All right.
While I don't find the movies themselves scary,
Right.
it did leave this lasting impression of terror.
Interesting.
I know, it's kind of weird. Shining! This is yours.
Well, it said franchise, right?
Yes.
So does that mean that I get to rank the miniseries?
With it, yes. Remember, it includes both the miniseries and the movie.
I know. Here's my thing. The actors that they cast for the movie were fantastic. The filming was fantastic. The movie itself was
Except
shit.
for the hedge maze.
Well, I mean, the movie itself was shit. And I say that because it was absolutely nothing like the book, except for it was like taking the like little tiny cutscenes, like little cameos of the book, and then lining them up, and it made no sense. Miniseries, on the other hand, was a miniseries for a reason, because it is the book. So, ranking based on, like I said, the actors, the acting, and the filming of the Kubrick film, and then all of the above, plus like actually being the book, which in itself was actually a descent into madness. I'll give it a B.
Okay.
All the demerit points are for the Kubrick film.
Have you seen 28 Days Later?
I have.
Cool. D. Dracula.
I hate the originals. Like, monster movies just don't do it for me. See?
And for those of you that are wondering why I put 28 Days Later under D, one, it has a negative point for being a zombie movie, which I know is fucked up. But they're also fast zombies. I don't do running zombies. I think running zombies are the dumbest fucking invention anyone has ever made for zombie movies.
Right.
And it takes me completely
out of it. Yeah. Reanimation is not fast.
The moment I see you running and you're a zombie, I've tuned out.
Right.
I have not seen House of Dark Shadows.
Oh.
I've seen the cover. It's the one that's the what's his face movie? The dude that's in
Are you talking about Johnny Depp?
Yeah. Thank you. I couldn't remember his fucking name.
I
haven't seen it though. Have you seen it?
No.
No. Awesome. I want to see it because Johnny Depp's in it. But
well, and it looks good. But yeah, I haven't seen Birdemic.
Awesome.
I mean, we already have the bird flu. Like.
Right. Bikini Bloodbath. I haven't seen it. Ooh, you get to rank Houses of 1,000 Corpses, baby.
Oh, dude, that gets an S. I'm sorry, but that is... He managed to do something new.
Right.
Is part of it.
And the bad guys win.
The bad guys win, but he managed to do something new. And yeah, there are a few tropes in it, but on the flip side, like... He took his love of horror movies and managed to combine the best parts of them and his special brand of crazy. And that trilogy is fantastic.
And let's just be real. His wife is hot.
Yeah, well, and
especially
Bill Moseley is a fantastic actor. So,
and rest in peace, Sid Haig.
Yeah, oh, well, yeah.
Have you seen Wolf Creek?
I don't think so.
Okay. Have you seen The Boy?
Yeah.
That says your rank.
Oh.
I've seen it.
See.
That's where I would put it.
That's the one where she talks to the doll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I have not seen Creep.
Me neither.
I have not seen Malevolent.
Oh, that's new, isn't it? Malevolent?
I think it's newer.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I want to. I know that that's one that I want to see.
I haven't seen Grizzly.
Babysitter.
I haven't seen it either.
Oh.
Have you?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the crappier ones, but, you know.
I haven't seen Hollow Man.
I have.
I have seen that. But I think it's your pick.
Is it? C.
Okay.
Again, it was a decent movie. It just wasn't great.
I'd have had it at B. but I fully understand C.
Yeah, it just, you know.
You woke up and chose dumb. Stop.
I mean, most days she wakes up and chooses violence, so I mean.
Have you seen Grave Encounters?
Yeah, I have.
Cool.
I have.
I'm gonna put it at D. People are like, you guys aren't talking about things now. I know.
Look, it's late. Grave Encounters wasn't. Yeah, again, it's.
I haven't seen Dead Snow, but I do want to see it.
I don't know that I have.
Russian zombies in the snow.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Salem's Lot.
Salem's Lot. This is yours.
See. Again, you know, I understand it's classicness. I just, you know.
Witchboard. I have not seen any of the Witchboards.
Neither.
Alright.
Don't breathe.
I've seen Don't Breathe.
I have too.
The first one.
Only the first one. There's, well,
I think the second one just came out, didn't it?
it's in a franchise list, so I've only seen the first one. Oh, is it mine?
Yeah.
C. I feel like C's getting a lot of action.
Don't speak. I know just what you're thinking.
thinking.
House! I've seen House. Have you seen House?
No.
Okay. The
No.
Messengers.
Stop. No.
I've never seen
Do not eat that.
I've never seen The Stepfather.
Neither. Well, I've seen scenes from it. No.
Chud. I've seen Chud. Necromantic. I've never
No.
seen that. The Prophecy.
I've seen it.
I have too.
It's not great. I just didn't feel like it lived up to what it could have.
I'm pretty sure it was yours. You gonna put it at C?
D.
D.
Yeah. It's just, you know, I mean, here's the thing. When you start creating horror movies as a dime a dozen, like that, I don't think that should give you an out for not having a great storyline, or at least some redeeming factor. I haven't seen Darkman.
I have not seen Darkman either, and I'm
Toxie!
bummed. I'm bummed you're getting Toxie.
Toxie. I'm gonna put him in a B.
Yay! That's where I was gonna put him.
Yeah.
Yo, let me just tell you guys
Again,
this.
it's original. It's original.
So, Toxic Avenger was something I grew up watching, both the movies, which I should not have seen as a kid, and
That's true.
and the cartoon. The cartoon was not near as.
Oh, okay. R-rated.
I will tell you what, it has one of my favorite head demolition scenes I have ever seen in my life.
The way that you started saying that, I was like, so which way are we going? Are we going with the demolition, or are we going with the, you know?
It was definitely not a decapitation.
Boing, chicka, boing, boing.
But no, it's such a goofy fucking, and there's more. She's only seen the
So
first
I've
one.
only seen the first movie, and the way it
And there's
started,
like 5 of them. Oh, and they're so fucking
the way
great.
it started surprised the crap out of me, which is hard to do.
Have you seen Waxwork?
Yes.
Cool.
You haven't?
I have.
Oh, okay.
There's just a lot to go through at this point. I'm actually going to B or C, B or C, B.
C.
I'm going to put it at a C. I don't think they're bad.
They're
I
just
think
not
they're great.
fantastic.
Have you seen Contracted?
No.
Neither have I have not seen
I've not seen Chrome Skull.
Chrome Skull either.
I haven't seen Extra.
I haven't seen Extro.
Have seen Invisible Man.
I believe, hold on.
We've
Contracted was you, me, you, so I think this is me. Alright. I'm going to put this at C. And the only saving grace for it, I don't like the originals.
The
But
new one is...
the remake, when they were trying to start up, well, the third time they tried to start up the...
Oh, I wish that Dark Verse was happening.
I do too.
The Invisible Man woman because we now know that it's going to be a woman for the next round,
If they do it.
was really good.
You got Tales from the Hood, baby.
See. Again, like, it's a classic.
In my
But it's
opinion,
just-
it's actually one of the more worse off anthology movies I've seen.
Yeah.
And I guess I get to round it out with A Quiet Place. I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
The
All
second
right.
one just came out.
All right.
We finally got through that list.
Holy crap.
Here's my disappointments. There's things they left off.
There's
which
plenty of things they left
surprised
off.
me because of what's on here.
That's right. I mean, like, they...
Why is Goosebumps on here and
They-
Tales from the Crypt isn't?
Well, and, like, Ghostbusters is on this list. But, you know...
And that is not a horror movie. I don't care what the fuck you say.
It's a comedy.
100% comedy.
But, you know, they definitely left off.
And I also would not have
Like,
put...
there's not Jekyll and Hyde. There's not...
And that's the thing. So, the reason why I agree with, like, Scary Movie and Haunted House being on this list is because they're spoofs of horror movies.
Specifically.
I also probably would have put Stan Helsing on this list.
Van Helsing?
Stan Helsing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Because it's also spoofing on horror movies.
But, like, they left off so many, like, I just lost it. I had it just a second ago. The Anthony Hopkins movie with werewolves. They left off a Werewolf in London franchise. I mean, there's plenty they left off, and then they put Ghostbusters in.
Right.
You know?
But yeah, like, Tales from the Crypt surprises me probably the most.
That it's left off.
Because that would have been S for me.
Right.
I grew up...
Although an American Werewolf in London, again,
would've-
it's a franchise and it's a classic.
And if you're going to have anthology shows on there, I would have also had Monsters on there.
Right.
I would have had Are You Afraid of the Dark on there.
They put The Mummy.
But then again, they probably put Goosebumps on the list, come to think of it, because they had movies.
Right.
Because the Goosebumps movie that had Jack Black
but they
in it.
had Goosebumps in there, and they didn't put the new Fear Street in.
I don't think this list is that new.
That new. I mean, I
don't
just
know.
feel like there's some strangeness.
Right.
Strangeness. But I mean, if we come back to this, we can always add
We can.
and subtract. Ghostbusters
Goosebumps.
is coming off.
But yeah, so I mean, our S is pretty. It's
It's hard to get there, for me. Honestly,
a
like,
little easier for me.
it is for most guys. You know, if I re-look at this and I look at where you rank things and where I rank things, could probably move Friday the 13th franchise up to S. In that case, I would move the Hannibal Lecter up to S.
There's definitely a few of these that I would have. I mean, obviously, I would rank. There, believe it or not, we agree on a lot. There are going to be certain things like this where there are going to be some things we don't agree on,
Right.
which is it's fine. Because quite a few of these that are like an A and maybe even B, I could even have up an S.
Right.
Because and even though I tried not to like overdo it on some of them. Like, if I was doing my own personal ranking with, like, Puppet Master probably would have been an S for me.
Right.
The Ring would have been an S for me. The Purge would have been an S for me. Predator. I might have even put Texas Chainsaw up there again. And the only reason Texas Chainsaw would have been an S for me, because I actually do agree with the A rank.
Right.
But the only reason it would have been an S for me is because to this day, the original is still the only
The
movie
one
that's
that's
ever
scared you.
actually scared me.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, achieving S is really hard for me. But, I don't know. Like I said, Friday the 13th could probably move up. Silence of the Lambs could probably move up. Yeah. I don't know. Of course, some of it's also going to be very subjective in terms of, like, you don't like vampire or zombie movies.
Right.
And I'm definitely okay with both. Like, I like paranormal stuff. I agree with you, though, with most of the rankings, especially given I don't agree with the idea of reanimated flesh moving particularly fast or having
Right.
brain cells.
Well, so here's my thing. Especially with things based off of classic horror stuff, I hate this reimagining that people have done with them.
Right.
Zombies are not fast moving.
Right.
They're not smart. They don't use weapons.
You gotta get...
At most, they might have a rock in their hands hitting a
Right.
window, but I don't think it's consciously that they know they're using a
just
rock
trying
to
to-
do it. They're just trying to get in.
I feel like you have to give me a different premise. Like, I get that some people are like, oh, but if it's a viral overload, well, no, you still made them zombies. Like, make it something, like, give them another name, another terminology. Like, make it something different than a zombie. Because once they die and they're reanimated, like, I don't know, the ones that have the viral overload don't actually die.
Like, they can
And
just be
therefore they can
infected.
move, yeah, then they
Be a
move
thing.
super, super fast. But as soon as they die, they get reanimated. But that's, at that point, they need to become, like, the slow-moving, shuffling zombie. That would make more sense for me.
Or you look at vampires.
Again, that is one way to do reanimation, but still make them cunning, smart, intelligent, and fast moving. But at that point, they have to be cold and
I feel like
unemotional.
I feel like the two movies that, in my opinion, that did vampires the best, and we're gonna go with two completely different feels for vampire movies. Let Me In
Right.
and John Carpenter's Vampires.
Okay.
Let Me In is more of a slow-moving,
It takes you a little
developing
bit to
story.
realize what's going on. Yeah.
but like John Carpenter's Vampires is
Straight into it.
straight into the pedal to the floor.
Right. It's a fantastic movie.
And it still has one of my favorite kills from a vampire I have ever fucking seen. And that's when he stuck his hand in the dude's fucking stomach and then ripped his hand
Right.
up and split him in. Oh, dude. Love that
Right.
fucking scene. But I would also have, like, Interview with the Vampire is one of my favorites. Lost Boys.
Right.
That's
All
probably...
from, like, severely different ideologies when it comes to vampires.
Right, but they all still follow the same
Classic vampire
vampire mold.
Because even Let Me In, where she's a little girl, she is out of date with... Well, she's out of touch. Like, she just doesn't... She doesn't react the same, doesn't have the same human emotions, and she shouldn't.
Right.
You know? Same with even Interview with the Vampire, which is kind of a goth romance. I love Anne Rice, don't get me wrong. But she gives emotions to them, but they're still, other than Louis, kind of cunning and out of touch with, like, compassion, empathy, which they should be. And he just, like, I think that's one thing Anne Rice did right in that first book, well, Interview. He was abnormal. And, like, they specifically make him abnormal. In terms of his amount of compassion and empathy, which basically they thought would die off in him, if that made sense. What?
Keep talking.
Oh no, that was...
Where the fuck did we put Dracula?
I think I had him at a D or a C.
I'm moving him up
Oh?
to B.
Okay.
Just based off the fucking newest Dracula movie, Dracula Untold. Fucking loved.
Okay, if
Dracula
we're...
Untold.
Because I was going off the classic. Dracula Untold is one of my favorite movies.
Well, so here's the thing. Dracula
Just in
Untold is still a Universal movie.
I know,
and
but
it was...
when I see the classic Dracula, like, that's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking Dracula Untold.
I feel like Dracula Untold, in and of itself...
Oh, it would
is
get an
an
A
A.
for me. Easily.
I don't understand the hate for it. I thought they did very well with telling a new origin
so
story
good.
for Dracula. That was
so
amazing.
good.
But yeah, and it's just like, and that just bleeds over into other things with what we were talking about, like in terms of like the classic stuff. I also like half of Van Helsing. I like all of Van Helsing, but it's like half a vampire movie,
Right.
half a werewolf movie. It's actually like a third vampire, third werewolf, third Hugh Jackman. So, an old girl. The old girl was really good in it too. I just don't remember what her name is.
Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, that one.
Same from Underworld, and she's amazing.
Right. But yeah, I hate taking these classic, like I don't know. Werewolf movies are really hard for me to get into as well, in general.
I want to show you the Anthony Hopkins, Benito del Toro one.
And I think my problem with werewolf movies is, unlike vampires or zombies, I don't know much of the lore.
Oh, okay.
So when I'm watching them, I don't know how much they're pulling off of the actual lore of vampires, if they're getting it right, if they're getting it wrong. All it is to me is a bunch of dudes turning into wolves chasing people.
Yeah,
they're
pretty much...
only supposed to be able to get hurt by silver bullets. This is the one thing I do know.
There's like Wolfsbane. There's a couple other things that can hurt him.
Right.
But yeah.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and cut this off because now I gotta pee.
Yeah, my back hurts.
Pretty bad. So, hopefully you guys don't kill us too hard or try and say that we don't deserve our horror card. We just look at horror differently than you. Let us know which ones you guys may heavily agree, disagree with.
Yeah, I mean, we're open for commentary.
Yeah.
We also know that we don't rank it the same as a lot of horror people.
No, and honestly, if I was going just based off of like legendary status, I'm not one of those type of people that would break things down because I don't like them in terms of just legendary status. I understand what's legendary.
Right.
100% Exorcist would probably be up in the A's. Mainly because
I'm also super hard to scare.
Right.
I don't jump scare easily. I just don't. So.
Right. We love you guys. Thank you all for watching. I gotta pee really bad. So we will see you all tomorrow. I'm probably gonna premiere this. So that we can sit with people while they sit there for the full hour.
And right. Okay.
Love y'all.
Bye. Bye.